And so we had two groups here, and we never even tried to dig for the 3 cross holes, which we had covered up with our fill dirt from our tunnel. We covered those up.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
Yeah, because
You don't have to answer.
we wanted to cover them up because of the significance of them, and to save them and preserve them. And we thought that if we left them out, that people would, whatever, maybe destroy them. People that weren't real good Christians might not want the proof that Christ was here. And the one in the center, the cross holes on the other side, had a crack all coming down from the whole side of the mountain where the earthquake happened when Christ died. It made a crack and it went all the way down.
You saw the crack?
Yes.
Yeah,
and my father scraped a sample of what looked like really black, dark in the crack. And so Dad scraped it up and put it in a little black film container. And later on, people were thinking that the cross hole was down in the hole that had the crack in it. But that was pretty much their misconception about what Dad had said. And Dad didn't trust a lot of people with this because of its importance to everyone. And but anyway, we believe that that was a sample of Christ's blood, that when the soldiers stuck him in the side, that they hit his spleen, and that the water and the blood fell down through the crack and onto the mercy seat of the Ark of the Covenant, therefore fulfilling our salvation in his sacrifice. And
did you crawl around in the mountain, or was that just your dad afterwards?
We dug into the mountain and cleared out a bunch of loose rock, and then we hit solid smoked quartz. And it was very, very hard digging. And after we started the dig, I ended up getting married, and for 4 years, so I didn't come over, and my brother and a couple friends came over and helped dig. Brian did a little, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Brian Karras. And
we set up 3 crosses and put up some signs just to give people an idea what it would look like.
And at that time, we believed that it was probably a very visible spot from the wall of the city, the old city of Jerusalem. And last year, I guess September 2006 is when they came back with the Bobcat and dozed up, and taking a look in the hole there, they've made a mess of it, really, in my opinion. And it looks like they're going to be covering it up soon because they built framework in there to, looks like, to seal it back up, but it doesn't look like they're going to fill it with rock or dirt or anything. It looks like they're just going to cover it. So hopefully some other time, maybe somebody can come back and try to find the 3 cross holes that we originally found before we started to dig.
Do you think there will be anything to find left there now? Or do you recognize anything when you have a look down there?
Yes, I recognize the hole we broke out of the side of the rock, the side of the mountain. And you can see part of the tunnel, our original tunnel going in, where it came in. And well, here you can see what they've done on their dig. The original hole that we went into the side of the mountain is the top hole here, if you can see that. And then we went downward through a lot of smoke
inside
quartz.
The hole?
Inside that hole, yes.
Okay.
And at first there's a lot of loose rock, but then we really had to start using
Jackhammer.
jackhammers and chisels, and it was very, very hard work going down because of how hard the quartz is. And even the drill bits, some of the best drill bits that you can buy couldn't penetrate the quartz, at least not at a very fast rate, and it always ruined the bits on the dig I was on in 2005. They've dug way out further than we ever were. We never dug this far out.
We stayed alongside the wall, and
we're not exactly sure
we don't
why.
know why they dug
Maybe
way
they were trying to. They found a cistern down in here, an ancient cistern, and some things, but as of yet they haven't found the chamber where the Ark of the Covenant rests. My dad said that when he saw the Ark of the Covenant, that the whole back of the room was glowing and sparkling, and what Dad said was that that was the smoke quartz, and the reflection of the gold off of it was with a light was just very beautiful. So they carved this out of solid quartz and to make a very beautiful resting place for the Ark of the Covenant. And
But he never told you exactly where it was.
he never told us exactly where it was because he was afraid, because some people, it is said that there's been a few people who have actually died looking for it, and Dad thought that it would be very dangerous, and he warned his wife at the time, and
he told us when he was real sick, before he couldn't make it back over here, and he told us that he was worried about people's safety is what it was. He didn't want somebody coming in there for the wrong reason and ended up,
because something this important, God knows when he wants it to be shown to the world, and we don't. And Dad didn't want people to try to force it on God to show it now when the timing has to be perfect to save as many souls as possible, because that's what God is all about. And when the 10 Commandments do come out and are shown to the world, I think that a lot of people are going to be ready and to need to know the truth about the Bible and the 10 Commandments and how they were written on the tables of stone. My dad said that it actually looked like a finger in soft butter was how it was written, and so it's going to be very awesome when those are brought forth, to see the finger that wrote that,
You know, you talk about the cutouts. Is this what we see? Some of them over there. You know,
Yes.
It looks like they have cut in the.
Yes,
the
there's
wall.
one here. It's
Yeah.
kind of flat there, and then there's one down lower,
Yeah.
right there, behind
Because I've
those
never
two
seen
beams.
that before, because it was under the ground before.
Yeah, parts of it, because our fill dirt
Yeah.
raised up the level of
Yeah.
it,